Oh my God. Hey, I'm Kristen, and think of me as your average consumer. I'm not perfect. I still buy things in plastic because there are so many good vegan options on the market that come in plastic. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. And I am going to be trying out zero waste laundry products this week. Oh. So I have some from a refill zero waste shop. I have the Dropz little pods. I have the Eco Nuts. I have liquid laundry detergent from the zero waste refill shop. And I also have powdered laundry detergent from the zero waste refill shop. I have the microfiber microplastic catchers. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I have the catchers, the filters for microfibers and microplastics, the Guppy Friend bag, and the Cora ball. All of these things are new to me. I haven't been using any of them, and I'm so excited to try them all. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's go to the laundry room. Okay, welcome to the laundry room where I will be doing laundry. Okay, so what was I using before? I was using this Method laundry detergent. I have a little bit left, so I will be using the rest of this. I do have the privilege of having a zero waste refill shop where they have massive buckets of like liquid laundry soap, so I could fill it up in here. I just put a little bit in a glass jar instead until I use up this stuff. At my last apartment complex, there was like a laundry room with like coin laundry machines, and they didn't have like a place to put your fabric softener unless you like waited until the rinse cycle, so I never used fabric softener. And honestly, most fabric softeners have a ton of chemicals and crap in them, and they're actually not good for you. But I have this massive thing still that I will be using. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I just sorted all of my laundry. I have my Dropz right here. So you open it up, and there's all these little liquid drops here. I'll show a close up. But they want you to use this bag when you're using cold water, and I pretty much always use cold water. I'm gonna put it in the pouch, and then I'm gonna load up my laundry. So here we go. It says 1 pod equals 1 load. 2 pods may be used for extra large loads. This is 64 pods in this thing. I also have this Guppy Friend washing bag, which you put your clothes in here, and then it collects the microfibers and the microplastics. But honestly, the majority of my clothes are made of synthetic fibers and materials. So I think the Cora ball is gonna do the best for all of that, but I'm gonna use both. This will be like for like my active clothes with like all synthetic materials. So we'll see, But it is a pretty large bag. Load them up. So why did I choose Dropz as one of the zero waste products that I was going to try this week? First off, according to the EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, they actually rate a ton of cleaning products, beauty products, sunscreens, and they let you know if ingredients are safe to use, if you should be using them. With this, they gave it a rating of a B. So not the best, but pretty good, pretty darn good. What I love about Dropz is it comes in this paper cardboard box packaging, so you can recycle it, you can compost it, it's plastic free, and finding laundry detergent that is plastic free is pretty darn impossible in most stores. So that's why you have to order it online, which fossil fuels takes to ship it, I mean, it's a whole thing. We're just doing our best over here on this channel. It is EPA Safer Choice approved, so for all of my Americans out there, it's a good EPA stamp of approval. I did get the sensitive skin formula, so it is going to be a milder detergent than some of the other pods. There's no dyes, no fragrances. It is also cruelty-free and vegan. If you know me, I want to make sure there is no animal testing because that is just stupid in this day and age. The little pod's membrane is actually made of polyvinyl alcohol. Now, this is biodegradable and water soluble, so It is said on their website that 55 species of microorganisms like fungi or bacteria actually will kind of eat at this and break it down naturally. And once it is broken down, it just turns into like water and carbon dioxide. So that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Okay, so we did the laundry. I'm gonna start taking it out and seeing what it's like. Okay, so this has no added fragrance, but it smells really clean. Like it just has that like clean, fresh scent, you know? I see some little baby microfibers in here. So that's kind of cool. This is the guppy bag. Let's hang these up. Okay, so everything is hanging to dry, and I smelled some of the things that I did big workouts in, and I was very sweaty and nasty, and a few of those, I'd say a couple of those t-shirts in the armpit area did smell a little bit not as fresh as the rest of the t-shirt, and that was only in like 2 or 3 items where I was sweating my butt off and I worked out in them. So this is the mildest detergent that Dropz has. I have the sensitive skin one for babies or whatever. If you get the regular one, those are probably gonna make it completely fresh, but I did just wanna be completely brutally honest. And yeah, so there's that. So now let's try the Eco Nuts. This is going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes, but let's try it out. Okay, so I do have 4 of these Eco Nuts, which are the dried berries, in this little bag. I mean, honestly, I could probably use the Dropz bag as well, but that's what the Eco Nuts bag came with. So this is how we're gonna properly test it. And I'm gonna run it under some hot water because I'm washing it in cold water, and it says sometimes it doesn't work as well. It doesn't suds up like it does in hot water. So that's why I'm just gonna run it under hot water right now. Okay, so let's talk about Eco Nuts. They are certified USDA organic by the Oregon Tilth. This is totally natural. And yes, in the United States, you can label anything as natural. There is no certification process to call anything natural. So if anything says natural, it means diddly squat. But this is actually natural. So this is, they call it Eco Nuts, but it's actually a dried berry. It creates saponin, which is a natural soap. It's a natural fabric softener, which is amazing. You can compost these at the end of its life. It's going to biodegrade, go back into the ground and into the earth, and there's no crap in this whatsoever. I think this is great for people with allergies or for people who are very extremely sensitive to a lot of detergents and have bad reactions on their skin. It's just so natural. There's literally like no crap in it because it is just the dried berry. These soap berries are harvested in Nepal. They provide jobs for women in Nepal, which I think is great. They're paid fair wages. They are sustainably sourced, which is very important to me. This tiny little box is 100 loads. You're saving space, you're saving money, and you're saving time going to the store buying more. So this is definitely a zero waste option if you ask me, and then you can recycle this box. We are done here. Let's see how this load went with the Eco Nuts, which I'm kind of skeptical about, but let's see. With this one, okay, so we're gonna go like this because I don't want to move the camera. I don't know, it literally just is like, it doesn't smell like anything. Okay, so this is clean. Let's get another one that I knew was like smelly. I have a very faint smell of my deodorant on here. But honestly, this did pretty well. Is this weird that I'm like smelling my clean clothes to make sure they're clean? You see this? It had a raw hem and it got all tangled. So next time I'll put this in my guppy friend bag. But see how that's all tangled? Oh, Cora, you're doing your job. I was just stupid. So it's got kind of like an earthy, like nutty scent. Very, very faint. Like I couldn't smell it on the other clothes until I smelled this one. Honestly, I don't smell it anymore. Oh, very, very faint. Very, very faint. Because I don't smell it anymore. It just smells like wet clothes. But they're clean. No smell in the armpits, so I like Eco Nuts. And I like Dropz so far. Let's try the other stuff from the Zero Waste Refill Shop. I gotta hang these all up to dry now, so give me 1 second. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the liquid detergent. I'm gonna use the cap of my old detergent bottle, the plastic bottle, so I can measure it, because I don't feel like getting like cooking utensil measuring cups and spoons out. This is BioClean Orange and Grapefruit liquid detergent. So we'll see how this does. A lot of people don't have access to zero waste refill shops, and this is from a zero waste refill shop. This is BioClean. It's like the citrus grapefruit scent, and I know a lot of people probably don't have access to that at their normal conventional grocery stores. This will probably be found in like a natural food store, something like that. This does have an A rating on EWG. It's very natural. There's not gonna be crap in it. I think if you do have access to a refill shop that does provide this is a great option, especially when you're used to using liquid laundry detergent, which I am used to using. You see it suds up immediately once it hits water, and it has a really nice scent. And overall, I'm saving packaging because at my store, I'll try to insert a video, but at the refill shop I go to, it's in like a massive, like 50-gallon barrel thing. And it smells so good. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this through the camera. It smells divine. It like reminds me of like sherbet or something. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so now I'm going to use the powdered BioClean laundry detergent. It's the same scent, it's the grapefruit citrus, but it's in a powdered form. So I'm gonna add this in first, and then we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna wash the comforter, and we'll see how it goes. With the powdered detergent, it's similar to the liquid detergent. I got it from the refill shop, the zero waste store, and downside is that not everyone has access to this. Not everyone has access to the zero waste packaging. This is rated very well on EWG. I believe it's an A rating. If you're used to conventional powdered detergent, I think this is a great option. Okay, so we're gonna get the comforter out and see what it smells like. Oh my gosh, this stuff smells so good. It smells like ice cream. Yeah, this stuff, like, it smells good. The BioClean grapefruit citrus, either the liquid or the powder, they both smell really, really good. So, would recommend if you are a scent person for sure. Okay, so let's talk about first the microfiber, microplastic catchers, filters, whatever you want to call them. So we have the Guppy Friend bag and we have the Cora ball. Now, both of these are great options. However, here's what I noticed between the two just from doing 4 loads of laundry. So with the Guppy Friend bag, I definitely saw little bitty pieces of microfibers collect on just the walls of the bag on the inside, and you kind of have to pick them out individually, and probably over time they're gonna be a lot easier to pick out because hopefully they'll get tangled up. And it is a good big size bag. However, I do think the conventional consumer's clothing, most people have plastic in their clothing, so I think the Cora Ball makes more sense for more people than the Guppy Friend bag. There's only so much you can fit into the Guppy Friend bag. You can't do a large load of laundry and put everything in the Guppy Friend bag, right? Like, of course, that is great for things like your sports and athletic wear because most of that is made of stretchy plastic material. But overall, I think most people are going to benefit from the Cora Ball just because, like, the majority of my clothes are plastic. So that is something to keep in mind. I also just found out that Girlfriend Collective, the brand that I tried all of their sustainable activewear made out of recycled plastic. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will link it up in the cards. But they actually came out with a microfiber filter. So instead of having the Cora Ball or the Guppy Friend bag, it's like this attachment that you put on your actual washing machine. Now, of course, if you are renting, this is not going to be an option for you for the most part, but it is an attachment, so especially if you're owning a home or a condo or wherever you live, I think that would be really awesome to just have an attachment and then it filters through everything. I think ultimately, new washing machines should have a microfiber filter built in. Is that ever going to happen? I don't know, but hopefully it will. So I just wanted to add that. Girlfriend Collective, you rock. Good job. Now let's get into the detergents. So I'm gonna be honest. This is hard. So, the BioClean are the two things I got from the Zero Waste Refill shop. Now, of course, not everyone has access to a Zero Waste Refill shop, and that still produces waste because ultimately, those things still come in plastic, right? I do like the scent because they're both like citrus, grapefruit, and they smell so good. It like reminds me of like sherbet or I don't know what. It just smells really, really good. And I am a citrus fan. I love anything that smells like citrus. So I really liked that. It worked well. It did the job. That is a win-win for me. However, that is not accessible to a lot of people out there. So let's get into Dropz and Eco-Nuts. Dropz are great. I think they did the job. I think if you're used to using Tide, I would get the not as mild detergent as I got. I did like Dropz. I used the mildest detergent. When I got super stinky and sweaty in some of my shirts from working out, they did the job for the most part, except there was a ever so faint smell in the armpits, which leads me into the Eco-Nuts. Same thing. I got very stinky, very sweaty, very smelly in a few of my shirts from working out. And there was an ever so faint smell in the armpits. And literally, like, I would do it again and I wouldn't smell it, and then I would put my nose up against it again and then I would smell it. So it was very faint. And these also are very mild detergents, both of the Dropz and the Eco-Nuts. Whereas in my opinion, when you're using like a for sure laundry detergent soap and powder, that kind of does more, gets more sudsy. I feel like it's working more. If you're looking at it from zero waste, I think the best option is Eco-Nuts because you can compost your little Eco-Nuts. They can go back into the ground. They are literally dried berries and they're not adding a ton of things together and putting them all into a little pot or putting them into a plastic container. They do a great job and I was actually really surprised. Eco-Nuts is great, but it doesn't have that like scent of detergent. If you want that stench, that scent of clean, fresh laundry, you're not really gonna get that from Eco-Nuts. You really don't smell anything. Even in the Dropz, even though it was fragrance-free and dye-free and all of that, I still smelled a little like a fresh, clean scent, you know? When something is like fresh and clean, that's what it smelled like. It was like a fresh scent. So here's my honest review. I think they're all great, and I think it's really gonna be up to you. I am so not picky. To be completely honest, I'm one of those people that just is not picky. I am not picky with detergents. I tried the powder, I tried the liquid, I tried the drops, and I tried the Eco Nuts, and honestly, I like them. What's more affordable to you? What is accessible to you? What is available to you? I think those are 3 things you need to look at, obviously, because not everyone has a zero waste refill shop like I do. Not everyone can afford to buy drops all the time. Eco Nuts, I think, is going to last the longest. I like the Eco Nuts. I like the drops. I like the BioClean liquid and powder laundry detergent. And I'm surprised I like all of them, to be completely honest. I am going to eventually have a video about my zero waste laundry routine. So hopefully by then I will have chosen a favorite out of the 4. But I do have a favorite between the Guppy Friend bag and the Cora Ball, and that is the Cora Ball, just because I think that helps me out more so. I will be using both. But yeah, that's what I have to say. If you guys have tried any of these zero waste laundry products, please let me know down below. And if you have other ones that you've tried, let me know. I'm gonna show you my sustainable gym wear, active wear from Girlfriend Collective. I have a review here. And if you're also interested in more eco-friendly, sustainable products, I'll have my playlist down here that you can watch. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and just remember, you don't have to be perfect to live more sustainably. So until next time, bye! And subscribe if you want to keep watching. Bye!